Now I got a serious question. I'm watching Clash of the Titans, and he just got done fighting Medusa. Now the question is, Medusa was a woman that was full of snakes. Now, what I made a video yesterday about the Indians um, praising a god named Ganesha or something like that, which was a man, and head got chopped off and got replaced with a elephant with a trunk and stuff like a snake head or whatever. And so, in their history, what they do is build the elephant man god thing, whatever, and they engineer it into like a sand beautiful concrete, whatever the hell it is. I don't know. They paint it and everything. And when their holidays come around, they submerge it into water and it turns into sand, y'all. So this Medusa, who when you look in her eyes, it turned into stone. See the meanings of these goddamn gods that everybody praising because you know they put everything in the motherfucking blender and mix it all up and shit. And just don't make sense to me. And I know what they do with the spells and the words and stuff and the letters and stuff. And I told y'all, if you ain't been watching, you need to go back and watch in prior videos what they do with alphabet. Because if you look at Medusa and you flip it, it turned into wed. So I'm gonna screenshot all this shit. But then the D can turn into a B and a P, right? So what I did was look at Medusa, flipped it into web, like the spider web and shit. And then I took those words off and then left the words USA. So then I'm like, web USA. Wait a minute. I mean, I'm confused because this ain't adding up. Well, it is adding up, but I'm just throwing the fucking obvious shit out in the goddamn universe. This is the university school and shit, state schools and the count T's. You know what I'm saying? Like, they be putting stuff hidden in plain sight, and they can't tell you, but it's obvious. And then what I know about the laws of nature and how it's flipping and stuff like that, and then I know who I am, like I said, and I know who I've been meeting because I know who crossed my paths and stuff like that, all have a meaning. Like, this shit is wild than a bitch. But let me show you Medusa flipped and mirror. Smack it up, flip it, and rub it down. Oh no. Agging and everything, they gotta smack it up, flip it, and rub it down to Ganesha too. Flip the words, smack it up, rub it down, the big G and shit. The big game. The big game theory and shit. Yeah, bitch. Smack it up, flip it, and rub it down. Oh no. The word Perseus. I mixed it up because they put shit in the blender and stuff, and words are spelled. So it looked like it's peer, and then mirrored is deer, and then flipped is read. And I just kept us, because they peer us. You hear what I said? They dear us. And they read us. That's my last name. Gang, gang. Shout out. Hear me? You see my gays and shit? Because I ain't playing with them. And today is Wednesday the 3rd. I know y'all seen in that screenshot, and one of them it said 3. You know, the Holy Trinity and shit like that, you know. Today is Wednesday too, and that's the third goddamn day. Wednesday, you know, the hump day and shit, you know. I mean, duh, like this is, and then I'm, you know, 2, 3, 1 and 1, 2, 3 and this stuff. You know, I'm just saying, cause you know, I learned from Sesame Street and stuff, you know, my ABCs and 1, 2, 3s and everything. Point out I'm the third child, and then I'm one of 3 sisters too. Just to let you know that, you know, I just say it, and I'm the middle finger too. The tangle where we and shit, you know. Say la vie, ooh la wee. Since we twirling around in a damn tornado and stuff like that, I do gotta add something real quick, cause you know my ex, the eye of the storm. With the web and shit, the Charlotte's web and stuff, you know. But anyway, you picked the wrong side, buddy. Gang gang. Keep going about this whole Clash of the Titans movie that I'm watching, but I'm gonna leave it there and you know leave it as it is because it also is the T, which you know T is the Texas, T is for the Jesus Christ cross that he died on and all that stuff. You know, I'm just throwing that out there, you know, because it just don't make sense. Since we in a Tuberville. And you know, if you haven't been watching my videos, which you should, because I've been making a movie for like 3 years now, you know, putting all these pieces of the puzzles together in divine timing and all that stuff. But, you know, I forgot what I was getting ready to say. Dang it. That's why they make these movies, you know, this is one big hologram. And they try to create chaos to make it seem like you know who you know you are to be. You always find your way back home, especially when you get to heal from all of the issues that you and all of the generational curses that your family, you know, like all these things you have to heal from in order to become who you know you are to be. I was promised something, and I know who I am, and I know what I needed to do, no matter what anybody said, no matter anybody watching my videos. I didn't care because I knew what I believed in and what I was told and what I seen. And I know what this is. This dream within a dream. Backwards walking dead. Hot air gas bloom bubble. Been saying that for years. This just proved it. Put the nail in the coffin, you hear me? Because we the maps, literally. And that's that independent order of odd fellas type shit. Because we fell low, you know. I was going to get to my promised land. You hear me? I got there. I'm there. By any means necessary. You hear me? Ooh la la wee wee. Since y'all want to believe people be landing on the moon and stuff like that, putting flags on the moon and everything. But you know what? The eagle has landed on the moon. You hear me? I showed you a little flag the other day too. Anyway, I'm done talking. I'm just done this time for real. So since they're in the alphabet, in the independent order, whatever alpha order, there's a W, which is 2 U's. You know, you and you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a female, and because there's a double me, it's a male on the other side. You hear me? And so since it's a W, double U, 2 a U, one's female, one's male. Now in this Clash of Titans, since we playing this shit, the male, the Indian Ganesha, that head was chopped off and the elephant got popped on that motherfucker. And then Medusa, who was so beautiful that they turned her ugly by putting her head, you hear me, full of snakes and shit. You hear me? But anyway, like I'm just pointing out the motherfucking obvious, you know. And remember, I am a Gemini twin. So it's a male Gemini twin. That is. You understand what I'm saying? Anyway, say control it because that's what the fuck. That's how I feel. Like I feel controlled, but you know, I don't know. I don't know. That's just in my head, I guess. You hear me? Ah, shit. I mean, clearly, if I know who I am, I know who he is too, right? Because I, this is my world. So, you know, you just living in it, type shit. Y'all were players in my on my stage and shit, you know. Okay, I'm done talking.